Hello, my name is Nel Boswood, and I'm going to read you a short poem as part of the Tales Around the Tree Christmas series for Lancaster University. The poem I've chosen to read is called The Oxen, and it was written by Thomas Hardy and published in December 1915. Before I read it, I'd like to talk a bit about some of the language used in the poem and also the theme and what it means to me at this time. Thomas Hardy was from the southwest of England, and he uses some quite archaic words in this poem, many of them local to the rural setting where he grew up. So, for example, you've got the title, The Oxen, which means cows or cattle. And also in the poem he uses the word barton, which means farm, and coombe, which means valley. And you'll find quite a few other quite rural words in the poem. The theme of the poem is based on a local legend from Hardy's childhood. And the legend that was believed at that time was that cows would kneel at midnight on Christmas Eve in honour of the birth of Jesus Christ. So the theme of the poem is quite a religious theme, but actually it goes deeper than that, and there are several readings that you could make on the way the poem develops. So in the opening to the poem, Hardy seems to marvel or even mock the idea that cattle would kneel in their barn on Christmas Eve. And he seems to be criticising his former belief and the local rural belief that this might be so. But interestingly, and this is a very short poem, about halfway through, there's an abrupt change, and he moves from this rather mocking stance to confessing that actually this might be something that he would now hope or even long to see. And the last verse is very powerful because not only does it seem to indicate a sort of lament about a lost faith, but it also seems to be a lament for lost hope, and an almost longing for something to bring an end to the gloom that Hardy was experiencing, which, if you consider the date of publication, is not surprising because 1915, of course, was at the time of the First World War. And one of the reasons this poem speaks to me now is because sometimes it can feel as if we've been through our own year of gloom with the pandemic and all the effects of that. So I thought this poem would be a nice poem to read in December 2020. So here it is. The Oxen by Thomas Hardy. Christmas Eve and 12 of the clock. Now they are all on their knees, an elder said as we sat in a flock by the embers in hearthside ease. We pictured the meek, mild creatures where they dwelt in their strawy pen. Nor did it occur to one of us there to doubt they were kneeling then. So fair a fancy few would weave in these years. Yet I feel, if someone said on Christmas Eve, "Come, see the oxen kneel in the lonely barton by yonder coombe our childhood used to know," I should go with him in the gloom, hoping it might be so.